Okay, so we made it all the way to 21. This one's a beautiful problem regarding a circle equation that passes through some beautiful points. And so again, very similar to the last problem. Instead of A, B, and C, we're doing D, E, and F, but you get the idea. And also the final result will be an equation of a circle and not a parabola. And so let's go ahead and get started. Again, they give us 3 points because we're going to need 3 equations, 3 unknowns. We can put it into our calculator. This is going to be fun. So let's look at the first point they give us is -4, 3. This, of course, this is your x, this is your y. This is our equation, x squared plus y squared plus dx plus ey plus f equals 0. So anytime I'm dealing with a point, my x's are going to go into 2 spots, my y's are going to go into 2 spots as well. And so let's go ahead and get started. -4 squared plus 3 squared plus d times -4 plus e times 3 plus f equals 0. This is going to give me 16 plus 9 minus 4d plus 3e plus f equals 0. Combine your like terms, and I'm also going to have to move it over to the other side, and so that's going to give me, I'll go ahead and do this, 25 minus 4d plus 3e plus f equals 0. And so I'm going to move my 25 over to the other side, and you might be going, but why? Because in order to put it into our matrix for that first equation, you know, we need our variables on the left and our constants on the right. So that's going to be -4d plus 3e plus f equals -25. And so that's going to be the first equation I put into my matrix. And so now let's go ahead and let's do our next point, 5, 0. This one's a little bit easier to work with, if I'm honest with you, because my y is 0. My x, however, again, I'm putting it back to the same original equation it gives you, but I have an x value, plus 0 squared, plus d times 5, plus e times 0, plus f equals 0, so that's 25. That would go to 0, plus 5d, plus no e, plus f equals 0. And again, I need to move my constant to the other side, 5d plus f equals -25. That's going to be my second equation. Pay close attention, it is missing a variable, so that's going to make it a little bit more tricky. And our final ordered pair that we got in our original problem was 4, 7. Again, that's my x, that's my y. So 4 squared plus 7 squared plus 4 times d plus 7 times e, put that backwards, plus f equals 0. That's going to give me 16 plus 49 plus 4d plus 7e plus f equals 0. Again, combine my like terms. That gives me 65 plus 4d plus 7e plus f equals 0. Move my 65 over to the other side, and my third and final equation is 4d 7e plus f equals -65. And so again, I used the 3 ordered pairs. I plugged it each time into my original equation, and that's giving me my system, essentially 3 equations, 3 unknowns. And so I'm going to need to build a matrix for this. So what does that look like? That would give me, let's go back to this guy, that'd be -4, 3, 1, -25. This equation would be, I'll pay close attention, this is my D, E, and F column, so I do have a D. I do have an F, but I don't have an E, and so that needs to be 0 and then -25. And so something feels peculiar on that one. Let me double check everything. X, Y, X, Y, F was 1. Oops, I did get these backwards. So it's a good thing I checked. This is my D. I don't have an E, and I have 1 F. Beautiful, good catch. Ooh, that would have caused a little bit of distress later. And so then my third equation is right here. I have 4, 7, 1, and -65. So then I would put that in RREF in my calculator. And so I would get, after you put it in your calculator, we've gone through a few different videos of putting RREF. I would get 1, 0, 0, and that would be -2, 0, 1, 0, -6, 0, 0, 1, negative 15. What does this mean? This means that my D is equal to negative 2, my E is equal to negative 6, and my F is equal to negative 15. So just like before, once we figure out what those are, we go back to the original equation and see now we have a D, E, and F value now. And so when we're looking for an equation of a circle, well, that's essentially what we have to put in. And so that's going to be, here's my original was, this is what they gave me in the problem, but I know we can't keep going back up to the top, so I'm going to write that E, Y plus F equals 0. So now I have x squared plus y squared. My D is minus 2x minus 6y minus 15 equals 0. And so technically we do have an equation of a circle. The only catch is on this particular problem, they need us to find the center and the radius of the circle. And each teacher kind of had their own style on this. However, I know a majority of you, you know, you may have to go back and look at notes and remember how to do this. I'm going to do a very, very kind of fast version of this using completing of the squares. But again, I know that that's not how everyone was instructed, so you may have to go back to previous videos and watch how do I find this center and the radius when it's in this particular form. And so here's my crash course of completing the square to find my center. X squared minus 2x plus, I'm going to have a missing term here, plus I'm going to have y squared minus 6y plus a missing term equals my 15 goes to the other side, plus the other two terms I'm going to add here. And so here the formula says take your 2, half it, which would be 1. 1 squared is still 1. 6, half of 6 is 3. 3 squared would be 9, and so I need to add those same two numbers over here. The reason I'm doing this is so that then I can factor it. That would give me x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals 15 plus 1 plus 9 would give me 25. And so once it's in this format, I can clearly get my center. My center is 1, 3 with a radius, which is the square root of 25 with a radius of 5. And so we have answered all of our questions. This was the equation. This is your center, and this is your radius. You might want to watch this video a few times. I would say this is a pretty important concept. Hope this helps.